Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Annie and I wanted to make this video because I am a huge Stephen King fan and it's been a few years since I read any of his books. I have a pretty good collection. I don't have every one of his novels, but I have close to around 30 maybe. But like I said, it's been a few years since I read them and I thought it would be a fun idea to reread Stephen King, and I wanted to do it in some sort of order, but I actually started with the Bachman books. But anyway, I wanted to make this video because I want to, after I read each book, I want to do a quick review and just give my thoughts and opinions and just say, what I thought of it. And like I said, I'm starting with the Bachman books, which came out in 1985. And it's the first four novels that came out under Richard Bachman, which is Stephen King's pen name, I guess. And there's like a whole story with that. I'm sure if you're a fan of Stephen King, you know all about Richard Bachman and everything. I know maybe I'll make a video someday explaining it, but not the point right now. Anyway, so the Bachman books, 4 early novels by Stephen King. See, there you are. I got this for Christmas from my husband a couple years ago. I love it. It's like really awesome. Anyways, so in this collection we have Rage, The Long Walk, Road Work, and The Running Man. And I wanted to read his books, reread Stephen King. I wanted to do it kind of in chronological order. And I know Carrie is the first novel that he published. However, I've heard that he wrote Rage and The Long Walk years ago, back when he was in college, and The Long Walk was actually the first novel that he ever wrote, and he submitted it to a first time novel writing competition of some sort by Scholastic, and he got a rejection letter, and it came back very informal, like I can't think of the name of it. What was it? Dear Contributor. And it really hurt his feelings and, bruised his pride. And, he figured, I guess, that it must be trash, it must be shit. And he put it away. And it wasn't until he became Richard Bachman that he was able to publish it in 1979. It first came out, The Long Walk. And again, in 1985 with this book, the collection, the first 4 novels here. But if he didn't become Richard Bachman, would we have ever gotten The Long Walk? That's crazy. I just finished reading it, and I'm not done reading this, by the way. I've only read Rage and The Long Walk. I still have Road Work and The Running Man. I just figured I'd make a different video for those. I'll talk real quick about Rage and The Long Walk, but The Long Walk was like, blew my mind. I just love the way he writes. You just get so enamored in a world. It's such an escape. I feel like Stephen King, I don't know, do I sound crazy? I think it's like meditation kind of, because you can read his book and you get into the environment. He's really good at like setting the scene. He's really good at character building. And I was reading The Long Walk. It's about, real quick, The Long Walk, it's set in a dystopian universe. I think it's like an alternate universe. There's a few mentions of like weird things like April 31st and things about World War II that didn't happen that, make you think that it might be a different world. And he's kind of notorious for world building, especially in relation to the Dark Towers series, which is also awesome. But The Long Walk, you get so involved with these characters. It's like these this dystopian totalitarian world or whatever, and there's this annual race where 100 boys, usually teenagers, early 20s, I guess, that's what it seemed like, they all volunteer for this long walk, and they get picked from a lottery, and it's a huge event. People get really into it. And so this kid, Ray Garrity, is there, and it's his journey through this long walk. They walk from the tip of Maine all the way down to they end up in Massachusetts, and I think it's like 400 something miles they end up walking, and they can't stop for anything at all. They can't stop to have a break. They can't stop when they're tired. They can't stop for going to the bathroom. They can't pee or go poop. They have to just keep walking, and they have to keep walking 4 miles an hour, and if they go below that, they get a warning. They get 3 warnings, and after the 3rd warning, they get shot. And there are these half-track army trucks that are following them, and so they know exactly, how fast they're going. They keep track of everything, and so there's no escaping it. And these kids walk day, night, rain, sun, all kinds of weather, watching people around them like get shot brutally. Not only do they get shot, but some of the deaths are like so gruesome and gross, but awesome at the same time. Ray, you go on Ray's adventure and like his thought process through this, because these kids are literally walking to their death, because at the end only one person can win, and it's like the last man standing, and the prize is anything you want. And the thing about it though is that nobody really, they don't mention anyone actually winning this, like stories about past winners, and anybody that has won has died soon after, like within weeks of winning. So I don't know, it was a mind fuck. I loved it though. I loved getting to know the characters. He has the ability, Stephen King, to really make you fall into these worlds. Like, I was crying for some of these kids. I had like real emotions for them, and it was just such a good book. I know I'm rambling. This is like not a very good video probably, but The Long Walk, probably one of my favorite stories by him. And I've heard that by a few people. They've said that The Long Walk is one of their favorites too, and rightly so. It's an awesome book. And I'm wondering if that person who worked at Random House, who had that writing competition, who sent Stephen King that denial letter, or whatever you want to call it, if they're not kind of feeling like an asshole, right? Jeez, I would. But yeah, The Long Walk was my top favorite. I also liked Rage too. I thought Rage was pretty interesting. If I could say anything about Rage, it's just that wow, it's fucked up. It's just fucked up. It's like this high school kid who's got a real rage issue, and he's in his math class. He gets called to the principal's office, and the principal wants to talk to him about how he attacked the chemistry teacher with a metal pipe or something, and he like really hurt him. Like, he almost died, and I guess he's brain dead. I think he's brain dead or something. He's really messed up. He can't teach. His life's over. He's like, he almost pretty much killed him. And the kid's like, oh, kind of like, screw you. He doesn't care. He doesn't care at all. he's very disrespectful. He is rude. He tries humiliating the principal, and the principal is like so fed up with this kid that he's like done, so he expels him. So then the kid, I can't remember, Charlie Decker goes to his locker, and for some reason he sets everything in his locker on fire, and he grabs a gun from his locker and he heads to his math class. And the math teacher, asks him for his pass, his school, hallway pass or whatever. And he shoots her in the head in front of the whole class, dead. And he then tells the class that they need to get it on, that the fire alarm messing up. The fire alarm goes off because he sets the stuff on fire. And then everyone's evacuating, and a teacher, checks in on them because they're not evacuating, I guess, and, wants to see what's going on. And Charlie Decker, shoots him through the door, killing him. So now he's killed 2 people. He tells the class that they're not going anywhere, that they're going to do something called getting it on, which is kind of like a bizarre group therapy session. And he has everybody, reveal their deepest, darkest secrets and things, their insecurities and, all the dirty things that, we all have inside us that we don't talk about. And it's about the class, going along with this. And there's this one kid, Ted, who is like, what the fuck, Charlie? Like, let us go. This isn't right. Like, what the fuck are you doing? You don't have to do this. And, like, you think when you start, I thought when I read this it was going to be about a kid who shoots everybody in his class or something. But it wasn't. These kids go along with Charlie's plan, like, gladly. Like, awesome, good plan. And this kid Ted's like, no, like, what the hell are you doing, Charlie? Let us go. Like, you don't have to do this. And all those classmates in the class are like, Ted, like, why do you have to be such a square? Ted, get off your high horse. And they're like so mean to him and douchey, and like that's not even getting into it. They're so horrible to Ted, who just like is the only one who seems to realize the fucked upness of this situation. So it's pretty crazy. I don't want to, spoil the book because it is a good book. So if you do want to read it, I don't want to, tell you everything that happens. But the story is really good. It made me think, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck? All the time. So when I say that's the first thing I think of when I think of Rage is what the fuck. The ending, what the fuck. It was a good ending. It was super sad, but what the fuck. So I don't know. I'm looking forward to reading Roadwork. I read this probably 3 years ago. I don't really remember it. So I don't have very much to say about it. And The Running Man, same thing. But I will make another video talking about those. I'll tell you what I think. So that is all I have to say because I'm starting to ramble and I don't know what I'm saying anymore. But I really love Stephen King. I'm obsessed. I can't wait to read all of his novels again. I'm going to read them slower. I went through them too fast the first time because if I was a drug addict, Stephen King would be my drug. And I would get so excited about what I was reading and I'd be like, oh, what else did he write? Oh, I want to read this next. And I'd race through the book I was reading because I couldn't wait to read the next book. And I literally did that with 30 books. And I don't think I really, if I had slowed down, got what I could have gotten out of them, So I'm redoing it. I'm going to do it slower. I'm going to take my time. I'm going to dive into the world of Stephen King. I am going to go down the yellow brick road of Stephen King novels, starting with this, and then I will read Carrie, Salem's Lot, and I will go down the list. But that's it for now. Thank you if you took the time to watch this video. I really appreciate it. I know I ramble and I don't know what I'm talking about, and I'm a little crazy. That's okay. I mean well, and I hope everybody has a wonderful rest of their day, weekend, day, night, whatever time it is, wherever you are. Be happy, enjoy. Happy Halloween.